Hi guys, Ajax Twente 0-0. We take a draw, PapiMento. Your take on the game?
Hey Juan, yeah, I'm relieved with the 1 point, man. Actually, I didn't expect much before the game. I did say in the live talk that we were gonna win, but after 20 minutes, having the red card, it's gonna be a different game. So I'm just happy that we at least got that 1 point, and we got that clean sheet. But that was actually the best part of the game,
Yeah.
to be honest.
What kind of emotions are you having right now? Just so you said relieved, but looking at
Yeah,
the entire
relieved.
match, are there positives and negatives? Can you tell me both for you?
I would say defensively, we looked okay. Everybody did their job. Ruli seems to be good on his feet, so that's good signing. His saves were not all great, a little hesitant somewhere, but he kept a clean sheet, so happy for that. I thought Timber played a good game, very mature, very yeah, just commanding his area, and his dribbling, his passing was on point. Chico, a little spark, a little engine that could. Does well, creates a lot of danger, puts a lot of energy in the game. So those are kind of things that I'm happy about. Yeah, I mean, we can go to the things that I don't like, and that is how we are on the ball, basically, Juan. That's 100% it. But yeah, I mean, if you have, and I don't want to bash on them because I know their capabilities are only defensively, and they have to have it from work rate and working hard. But Bessie and Sanchez are not type of Ajax players, and when you have a surplus of people that are not comfortable on the ball like that, our game becomes a whole different game. Like I don't feel like I'm watching Ajax. I feel like I'm watching a different team because we're not playing the possession game we want. Um, I also found it weird, at the end of the game that Berghuis doesn't come in while we need a little bit more control on the midfield, a little bit more calmness on the ball. Yeah, that's on Schreuder, but I don't think we could have done much more with the choices he had. He brought in Kudus, he brought in Bergwijn. They didn't have an effect in the second half, but it's a hard thing to do with 10 men, right? So um, hard to judge it. I do think that Rensch made a big mistake there. Um, and how you see the game developing, we could have won that with 11 men, to be honest. If you look at the ending of how tired actually Twente was at the end of the game with the energy they put in. With 11 men, it could have been a little bit more going our side, but they had big chances, and we were very lucky not to concede there.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. At the start of the game, yeah, you're absolutely right. PapiMento. So look, you know all the stats, right? I have to bring them up. Usually we don't, but now I have to because we cannot ignore anymore, our streak, basically. We won from the boss, but that was the cup. I will take that away. So we started losing to PSV. Then we had Vitesse, a draw. Then we had Emmen, a draw. We had the World Cup. We had vacation. Energy, that was the word, coming into the January window. We played, no, it's true. I'm not
Yeah,
making
yeah.
notes. That's what he said.
I
I want
know.
energy. I
That's the
want
coach. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So NSA, unfortunate, 1-1. I understand. Then we get a lot of players sick. I understand that as well. And now we draw because of the red card. At some point, we have to draw a line, right? We have to say, okay, listen, or at least I hope somebody will draw a line and say, listen, Schroeder, we need to win games now. It's now or never. Because not only that, if PSV wins tomorrow, we're fourth on the table.
Look, Juan, we drew a lot of games, and that was before the winter stop. It already started with that. But now, looking after the winter stop, it hasn't been easy with the amount of players that are injured, that are sick. So we haven't played with our strongest team. So that's why I'm a little bit calm still, even though I don't think this is a level that Ajax. It's not an Ajax worthy level. Um, Knowing the situation, knowing that Schreuder, in my opinion, is not a very great coach, we're still getting some result with 10 men, and that's the positive I take out of it. Could he have done different choices? Could he have made different choices? I don't think so, because there were no other choices. The people that were coming in from sickness were on the bench, and he brought them in, but didn't have the impact. Of course, within 10 men, but still. Um, it's hard to make an impact. But they did come in the game. And look, I hope to say that next week we will have a starting 11 that is what we used to, from the first 6 months, and we will see a higher level Ajax. But I'm not very confident, just because on the ball, in our attacking game, the way we set up, we're not creating enough. We're losing a lot the ball. We're not looking comfortable. And, that's the second aspect of the game. We can defend all you want, but if we're not creating enough to score, it's going to be hard against any opponent. And that's where my head is at the moment.
Yeah. Look, final question from my side. It's a silly question a little bit, but not entirely. So from 1 till 10, 1 being you're panicking, 10 being you're calm. Which one are you right now?
I'm more in the panicking side of things, because the transfer window is now. We're not going to get anyone, so this is going to be it for the remainder of the season.
Except maybe a defender.
Maybe a defender, but then we have to still wait what kind of quality defender comes in. Will he be of the Sanchez Bassi level on the ball, or will he be a different kind of player? That's something we don't know yet. So for me, we have a limited amount of players that are technically capable of what Ajax should be, or what it means to be playing for Ajax.
Especially at the back.
Especially at the back. And but if you look at the midfield, there's not a lot of football there with Edson, Klaassen, and Taylor. That's why we're missing Berghuis a lot. I think he was one of the better players in the first half of the season. So can't wait for him to be back. Maybe it will give us a little bit more breathing room in midfield to play more Ajax ball.
Okay, so next week we have Feyenoord. Do you think this will be the turnaround game? Because we're waiting for a turnaround game. When we start winning and we're waiting for a streak and we go to the top of the table, will this happen? Do you see that happening, PapiMento? Honestly.
No, Juan, I'm not. We're not a team yet. We're lacking a lot on the ball. We're lacking technical quality on the ball. And I think that will hurt us for the remainder of the season. No matter what opponent, it's going to be hard. I just hope, by technical quality or individual quality from certain players, that we can get our wins. But against Feyenoord, who I think are in a better team than Ajax, not quality-wise, but as a team, I think we're going to have a hard game.